folks, BotaTrac here, and we are right in the middle of a two-part series on installing a top and tilt kit on the L2501. The first part discusses using a third function valve to operate the tilt function of the top and tilt kit, and then the second part is using the Kubota first position kit to operate the top link of the top and tilt kit. But one of the things that I think needs to be addressed is some sort of a restraint system to hold the top cylinder. Now, the top cylinder is here, and it easily weighs somewhere around 25 pounds. And sometimes when you're connecting certain implements, you just seem to be one hand short. So being able to attach the top link to the tractor and then have some kind of a restraint system to hold it in position while you're bringing your implement closer to the tractor and hooking it up is pretty important. It's not such a big deal with a non-hydraulic top link because they're not that heavy, and you can kind of manipulate them around. But I know that when I'm connecting larger implements like box blade or a brush hog, that I always feel like I'm one hand short and I just need another hand. So being able to secure this in the upright position is going to help me quite a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this 1-inch chain here, and I've got a variety of quick links and S-hooks, and I'm going to go ahead and fashion this support system, and we'll call this part 1.5 of a two-part series because it's small, but it is important, I think. So let's get started. Okay folks, at the back of the tractor, we're going to take the top cylinder and we're going to hook it into the top set of eyelets here, and that'll let the cylinder kind of hang in this position here. If you were able to look up underneath the toolbox that we installed, great video if you haven't seen it already, there's a 10mm hole here. And that behind that hole is a spot welded 10mm nut. So we're going to take one of the steel S-hooks and connect the chain, and that chain will just come down and loop, connect to itself to hold the top cylinder in place, and when the cylinder isn't there, we'll be able to connect the chain to itself in such an orientation that it won't interfere with the lift arms of the 3-point hitch or the PTO shaft at the bottom. So hang on, we'll be right back. Okay folks, so as you saw before, I have all this hardware here that I can use, and I want to use the heaviest piece of hardware possible, and because of the weight and the size of this cylinder, I want to go with this 5/16 S-hook, but when I go to put it into the hole, that 10mm hole that's there, the threads of the nut behind it just barely interfere with that S-hook going through. And again, I want to use the heaviest hardware possible because of the weight of this cylinder. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a 5/16 drill bit, and I'm going to drill the threads out of that nut. I want to keep that nut there, and I guess I don't want to take any more off of that than I have to because I don't want to thin out what this is mounting to. I don't want it to bend or anything like that, and you know, driving the tractor on rough terrain, it bounces up and down a lot, and over time I'm afraid that that's just going to cause some problems. So I want to keep the nut there. I'm going to drill the threads out and then slide that S-hook in. So we'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. 5/16 drill bit allowed the S-hook to go in through the hole, but it didn't allow it to hang freely. So I ended up going and using a 23/64 drill bit. You could just use a 3/8. I'm sure that would be fine. But that was the drill bit that I used to get that in. So that's in, and as you can see, it's hanging freely now. And we're going to go ahead and get the chain hooked up and move on to the next part. Okay, folks. So there's the mock-up with the S-hook, the chain, and the cylinder in place. And you know, for some of you, this is going to be the perfect way to do it. To me, you guys know, if you've been following me, that if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. So I'm going to put a few more pieces to that chain so that it becomes a little bit easier. But my goal here is that I want to be able to use one hand to be able to secure that chain and that cylinder up. So I think the next step will be to measure out how long I need that chain with the other pieces onto it to secure it, and then cut the chain. So we'll be back in a second. Okay, so here it is, kind of mocked up in the exact position that I want it to be in. I'm going to use this 1/2-inch quick link to connect this chain to either the S-hook or be able to thread it into one of the other links. But the threads on the quick link are too bulky to make it through here. So I'm going to mark the last link that I want. I'm going to cut the link after that off on the workbench, and then I'm going to use the vise to distort one of these links and make it more round instead of oblong, so I can get the threads through there, and then that'll give me the opportunity to be able to close this quick link if I want to. So hold on, and we'll be back in just a second. Okay folks, over on the bench I have the chain here. You can see the mark that's there. That's the last link that I want. So I'm going to end up cutting that link off with the air grinder, which is sitting over here. And once I do that, then the chain will be the length that I want. So let me get this cut and we'll be right back. Okay, the chain's cut. The S-hook is on the chain. I collapsed this part of the S-hook. The next thing to do is to flatten these out a little bit so that the threads of the quick link will fit through here. And some of you may think that this is a little bit of overkill, but this is just the way I do things. I want to use the heaviest hardware to support that. I like just doing things once and being done with them. So in order to get that link through there, we're going to flatten out that link, and you can see over on the vise that I've demonstrated how that will flatten out. Now, just kind of a word to the wise, make sure you have a good quality vise while you're cranking on that vise to distort that link. If you have a cheaper vise and you break that screw, you're going to break your vise, which is, you know, crappy enough, but you could also get hurt because you really have to kind of reef on that to get it to close that link out a little bit. So that's the next step in this. Let me get that done and I'll be right back. Okay, so I did the first link. It doesn't take much. It just takes a little bit of distortion to be able to get the quick link to go through. So I'll demonstrate what I'm talking about here. And again, make sure you're wearing eye protection and some gloves for you guys. Make sure you're using a good quality vise so that you don't break your vise and injure yourself, because if it breaks and the handle spins, you're going to fall forward and you could really hurt yourself. So just be careful, and let me show you what I have to do to distort that link out. So I just get on it a couple of times, and then that link slides right in and gives me exactly what I'm looking for. So let's get back over to the tractor. Okay folks, so there's the finished product. It's super simple, and sometimes the simplest solutions are often the best solutions. Now I can use one hand to connect or disconnect by opening the locking bolt here, and then I can reconnect it and tighten this up if I want to, or just leave it loose. I'm pretty sure the weight of it will hold it in place. The only other thing that I think I'm going to do is get that black canvas hydraulic line protector, a piece of 1-inch ID, and slide that over the chain to keep the chain from chipping up the paint. And I may take like a 3-inch piece of 1-inch pipe insulation, that black or brown foam insulation, and put it around where the bottom comes in contact with the cylinder, just to keep the cylinder from maybe getting dented up from bouncing around when I'm going through the fields or whatever else I might be doing. But there's the finished product. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're not already subscribing to my channel. Leave me some comments. Thanks for watching. Good luck and Godspeed. BotaTrac out.